Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, guys and girls. Let's take a look again on the forex market. So yesterday we talked about the euro currency. Today we will take a look at the Great British Pound, because on the euro currency we see inside session. There's nothing is going on. Market still stands in the same resistance where it was yesterday. And currently, well, it's obvious that market's just waiting results on the elections. Still, on the Great British Pound we have a bit different situation, because cable has its own problems. The president's run in the United States, this is good topic, but relapse of the pandemic and the virus and more difficult situation with this in Europe and in Great Britain in particular makes investors think on other subjects as well, besides the Brexit stands just around the corner. And it's very probable that it will be hard Brexit without no significant agreement. And as you know, in a supposed border with the European Union, you know that the infrastructure is not prepared yet for custom operation. Also, there's no necessary laws and legislation acts to regulate the transition of the goods and other things, taxation. So it makes Great British Pound shows a bit different reaction compared to other markets. And if you will take a look at the longer term charts, the monthly chart and the weekly, you could see that it seems that market feels more pressure. Market from the technical point of view was not able to break up 130 area, its monthly pivot point. Its market still stands below it and challenging it a few times. Also, market stands in the tight range, forming kind of the flag pattern on the weekly chart that potentially is bearish. Currently, yes, everybody stands in anticipation of the results, particularly speaking the Biden victory. In two words speaking, make it simple. Biden's victory will push market higher in the short-term perspective, while Donald Trump victory also push markets higher, but a bit later. So first reaction will be down, because Republicans have different aims for national economy. It's less stimulus, a lower inflation, so weighted approach to different sectors, different political view, external policy. So that in the first moment will push markets lower, increase demand for United States dollar, but later actually it doesn't matter who will win, stimulus will be provided, and when some stability will come, markets again will turn up, because more liquidity is expected on the markets. At the same time, speaking on the president's elections, guys, you can see that our worst scenario is becoming the reality. When just the idea of the mailing voting was published in the mass media, we said this is the Pandora box, because this will open the road for lots of frauds, probable legal claims, mutual accusing, and well, that could put the country in the chaos. It's indeed is already, we see that some places it's already becomes the reality as well. So you can see what we have. It's a lot of frauds already has been found. In Texas, for example, even Reuters have written about it. Some ballots were just thrown out. Minimum difference between the two candidates, I'm sure, whoever will win, it's doesn't matter. Currently, we already could say that the difference between the Biden and Trump, final difference, will be really small. It will be just few votes probably. And in such circumstances, I'm sure that we will get the continuation. Nobody will just give the victory to opponent, and they will resist till the final point, and I'm sure that will be some involving of the court, Supreme Court, in investigation. I think that we already could start prepare for different fraud, probes, investigation, and other stuff. So it smells like really it will not be quiet elections, silent elections. It will be really noisy and really lots of scandals, I think, will be around it. So anyway, currently we're talking about the Great Britain pound. In general, markets are growing in anticipation of the Biden's victory. And I think that it's too early to celebrate. Somehow, as I already given my opinion, that my position is that I have some feeling that Trump will get the second presidency. I don't know how it will happen, but something tells me that it's a bit different situation compared to what we see in the mass media. Besides, as you know, polls that previously were published and shows the 10% gap between the Biden and Trump has really goofed up and shows quite wrong information. It repeats the same situation as it was in the previous in 2016 when Donald Trump was in a round with Hillary Clinton. More votes for Clinton, more votes in the polls for Clinton, but Trump won. And this time it could be approximately the same, and the only difference will be that we will get probably more social unrest and more dirty things around these elections, because overall background that we see currently looks really a bit worrying. So it means that if Biden will lose the victory, lose the elections, we should be prepared for some drop on the markets. On the Great British Pound, you can see it reacts a bit differently compared to other market shows. And for example, here market shows stronger downside action. The Bank of England meeting today will be also, it's suggested that will be some more dovish comments and easing on the policy probably. Maybe even they will say something about the negative rates, I do not know, but that indicates some sentiment on the markets. That really could be a bit more dovish statement, because indeed situation stands difficult. As a result, you can see here market shows deeper pullback compared to euro and gold, for example, and it has formed bearish grabber that we have on the daily chart. Grabber suggests drop below these lows. In general, in the longer term view, as we already talked about it, we expect this A, B, C, top, D downward action, something of that sort. We suggest that Great British Pound could reach 122 area. ABC patch that we were trading previously is erased because market has created the new lows compared to this one, and the C point here has been erased. Now we stand in a different reality. On the 4-hour time frame chart, we already discussed this head and shoulders pattern. Now it takes more shape. Yes, we have some spikes on the emotional action based on the situation in the United States. This is obvious. In the overall price action is a bit choppy that we see here, as you can see. So lots of spikes. It seems that market indeed stands in some indecision, nervousness stands on the market. Well, currently, as we will speak about this head and shoulders and downside continuation, we would like to see, of course, the completion of the head and shoulders. So market should reach the bottom and complete the neckline. At the same time, we know that we have the grabber and our invalidation point stands right here. And that's pretty nice because we have the same invalidation point as for the hand shoulders as for a grabber. It means that in the shorter term, if you have bearish view on the cable, you're searching chance to go short, you'd like to make the bet on today's Bank of England meeting, or you're also have some other reasons suggest that Great British Pound should drop, you could consider possible taking the short position inside of this current swing. One of the scenarios that could be volatility, maybe some will come or something, we could get the cartridge triple to sell. So market could complete this A, B, C, bottom, D pattern. It creates agreement around 130 and 50 area. Now you can see this nice spike up is forming, so maybe indeed market will complete it. That will give you a potentially bearish scenario and let you to place tighter stop. So just above this area, it will be much better than right now. Maybe market will climb even higher. The one thing that we should not to get, or we do not want to get it, it's the close of the market above the stop and the raising of the bearish grabber on the daily. That simultaneously will erase in the hand shoulders and will erase the grabber. It will be total failure of the bearish setup that we have. All other scenarios will be more or less acceptable if even market will come very close to the previous top. For us, this major moment is that vital moment is that market should not close about this area. So it could come as close as it would like to, but not above this level. So that's what we have on the cable. On other markets, you can see not really big choice of the different setups because all market stands intentions, all market stands expectations of the results. But on the cable today we have this setup, so you could consider it and think about whether you would like to trade it or not.